Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back on into the Convocation Center on the campus of the University of South Carolina at Aiken. Alongside the illustrious Ellison Hubbard, I'm Noah Adcock-Howarth. If you were with us for the opener, you saw the USC Aiken's women's team outlast the Lakers of Clayton State for their second consecutive home victory. And now it is the men's turn as the Pacers come in 8-8 after a big win across town against their rival, the Jaguars of Augusta, looking to stay hot against the 2-14 Lakers, who roll in with a little bit of familiarity. Longtime Aiken head coach Vince Alexander remains at the helm of Clayton State. Always good to have him back in the gym, but he and Mark Vanderslice know each other very well.
Yeah, and that's going to play a big factor today for the Lakers as they take on the Pacers. Now, unfortunately for the Lakers, they got their first conference win last week against Middle Georgia. So it's going to be a tough game for them as they're facing off a good Pacers team who, like you said, beat on their crosstown rivals in AU. So this is going to be fun because he knows a little bit about what the Pacers can do, but it's up to his team to step up to the challenge.
You mentioned that first conference win. It was much needed for Clayton State. They were 1-14, 0-7 in the Peach Belt before last Saturday. And then they got the Wednesday off. They did not schedule a non-conference game like Clayton State women's side did. Nothing but conference all the rest of the way for the Lakers. And this is one of the shortest benches in the league. They've only got 13 players on the roster, but 4 of them have not played in the last 6 games. They've only used a 3-man bench the last couple ball games, and so Vince Alexander is going to need his team to run. JoJo Bell, DJ Wright, Andre Young, Joey Thomas, and Eddie Page are the 5 for the Lakers. USC Aiken got the win 75-71 on Wednesday. They went 30 of 32 at the line to do it, including 19 made free throws from Jonah Lawrence. Lawrence starts alongside Josiah Harding, Caleb Bird, Shedlet Delva, and McCaskill Rivers as Aiken looks to climb back above 500.
And Rivers had his high 25 points against Augusta. So let's see what he does today against the Lakers.
Since joining the starting lineup, McCaskill has been in double figures in every game. Delva's going to jump against Eddie Page, and the Pacers have possession to start off the doubleheader's nightcap. Aiken has been a slow starting team. They have been a good second half team. And they'll look to get rolling. 11 seconds in, it was tipped out of bounds by Clayton State, who are in the navy and orange. Pacers in the all-white with the red and blue trim.
Yeah, if the Pacers can get off going like they did against AU, they led all game against AU. They can lead all game against this team if they play smart basketball and limit the turnovers.
These teams both play very physically. It's Clayton State's primary method of identity, and Andre Young got called for a foul 16 seconds in. He was hooked by Caleb Bird. Lawrence guarded by Joey Thomas. It's over to Bird, and now Shedlet Delva, the senior, longest tenured member of the roster. Rivers nearly had his pocket picked. McCaskill for 3, and he will not get the friendly bounce. Everywhere but in. Lakers opening possession. Good pump fake for Joey Thomas. He goes back out to Young. Clayton State can score in waves. Defense has been optional at times this year for the Lakers, but they can score and score and score.
Yep, they had 4 players in the last game in double digits, so Pacers need to be aware that everybody, like you said, can score.
With 4 on the shot clock, an air ball launched by Andre Young, team's leader in turnovers. Lawrence to the cup. Through contact, opens the scoring. Lawrence had a career-high 23 last game, and he went 19 of 20 at the line. They kept giving him free throws, and he kept making them.
If the Lakers don't want that to happen, make sure to limit the fouls because, like you said, they were knocking down free throws left and right, 33 for 35.
Young has missed a pair of triples to open play. Lawrence trying to find Rivers and a little bit too strong on the pass.
A little miscommunication right there. I saw what he was seeing. He had him open. Just too much on that.
Right idea. Just a little bit too much velocity on that fastball. Clayton State looking to open up their scoring. Lakers got a 74-72 win a week ago. They tend to do most of their scoring in the second half. Young stutters into the lane, lays it up short. It's another air ball. Delva, an awkward save, gave it right back to Clayton State, and the tip is in from Eddie Page. That's a ball that was going to go out of bounds. Delva saved it into no man's land. Rivers stutters in, bounces it home. 4-2, Aiken leads.
That was a good little mismatch. Rivers took advantage of it, got himself in with his 2 points.
McCaskill, the 6'8 winger, was against the 6'5 guard, JoJo Bell. There's the triple that Thomas was searching for. And the Lakers have their first lead.
Yeah, coach was mad. It's going to be a tough game.
Thomas, a 37% three-point shooter. Clayton State shoots the ball well from outside, JoJo Bell especially. And when you're trying to preserve fresh legs, rather than banging inside play after play, getting those quick threes off enables a bit more stamina. Lawrence, the mid-range. Hand was hit on the way up. No call despite Mark Vanderslice's pleas. Wright takes the triple and hits. DJ Wright makes it an 8-4 game.
Like you said, 3-point shooting team, and they're going hot right now.
Back-to-back triples from Thomas and Wright. Timeout taken by the Pacers. This will not turn into the media timeout, so we'll stick here with you. Clayton State missing those first 2 shots, but able to get back going, and now they have an early advantage.
Yeah, and in a moment like this, you take a timeout because you see that back-to-back three-pointers are going to be a big problem if you can't stop it. So definitely let your guys know we have to protect the outside. We can handle the inside because they haven't really showed themselves to go inside. They showed themselves to shoot on the perimeter.
And if you're Aiken, you almost feel like you just have to hold on tight while Clayton State has fresh legs, while they're at their best, and then slowly try to wear them down. You figure the earlier fatigue or foul trouble set in, the simpler life will get for USC Aiken.
Right, and the Lakers know they got to go hot and they got to get the score up early because they can't play the long game. The long game is not in their favor.
DeAndre Smart coming off the bench. He is in for Rivers. Smart, the transfer from Elon. Harding running point, hands it off to Lawrence. Jonah up top, gets the screen. Delva flash, they couldn't find him. Pull up for Harding, no. Delva can't secure the rebound. Couple empty trips for Aiken. Lakers going to work. Cross-court pass, right for 3. 11-4, a 9-0 run for the Lakers.
That's costly. You can't leave him open. He's done it before. He's going to do it again, and every time you leave him open, he's going to keep knocking him down.
Great passing to set up these threes for Clayton State. Bird fumbles the pass and then had his pocket pick. Delva, all he can do to get the ball back. Another takeaway and a whistle called underneath.
They are going to pit pocket all game long here. You keep driving in there, they're going to try and steal it every time.
Foul was called on Eddie Page, and that brings us to the media timeout. A rapidly played start. It is 11-4, Clayton State. They had to figure out, because like in Baltimore, he didn't report to the GM, he reported straight to the owner. Yeah. So he said, look, if there's going to be 5 teams that I'm going to get offers from, I'll be a Giant if you do this, this, and this. So they had to figure out all those details. Yeah. Pacer basketball underneath. Just over 4 minutes into half number one, and the Lakers have a 7-point lead. Clayton State on a 9-0 run and an 11-4 advantage. Delva hands off to Jonah Lawrence, ended up in the corner for Caleb Bird. Lakers have closed out well on 3 balls. Bird puts one up here, and no closeout matters.
What a way to respond right there. You already had 3 threes knocked down from the Lakers. You had to respond in some way, shape, or form, and that was a good way to respond back.
Bird's the most lethal shooter on this roster. He's a 42%er from outside. Traffic directs itself to Thomas, skips it down low. Delva lost sight of Bell.
If it's the Lakers, they're going to have to do what they're doing right now, is playing smart basketball, finding the open man. They got the Pacers looking scrambled right now on the defense end.
Lawrence flashed open. Smart couldn't find him. Now it's DeAndre on the block into double coverage. Lost the ball, handed it to Delva, and Delva dunks it home.
A little scramble down below, but when he's the last man standing, what do? Dunk it down.
Not always the prettiest, but it makes it a 4-point game. Pacers clamoring for a stop. Young lobs a dangerous pass. Good in and out, gets to Thomas. And the Lakers cannot miss from outside.
Man, you talk about can't miss. Yeah, if it's in his hands or Wright's hands, yeah, they're not going to miss.
Wright and Thomas have 6 points each. Harding in tight to Smart. Bird off the screen, and he answers back.
It's going to have to be that type of game. Bird's going to step up.
Threes back and forth. This one no good. A foul down low. Both players hit the ground hard. Page landed really rough on the wood. The foul is on Delva. It's Laker ball.
And Page hit his head after Harding fell right on top of him. I know that didn't feel good.
It's a scary moment for the redshirt junior Eddie Page, and with the teams going to their benches, we'll take a step away. Eddie Page able to walk off under his own power. He will continue to be checked out by the medical staff of USC Aiken. Took a hard fall. Delva got called for the foul, so it will be Laker ball underneath. Cam Perkins, McCaskill Rivers, and Jackson Roberts all subbing in for Aiken.
Yeah, so far the Lakers are on fire from three-point range, and that's the one thing the Pacers need to slow down. They got everything covered on the inside, but on the outside with Thomas and Wright, it's almost like impossible to stop them from making these threes so far.
It seems as though it's going to be Mamour Embo, the redshirt freshman out of Senegal, to come in down low, replacing Page. Page averages nearly 30 minutes a ball game, so there aren't many long stretches without him on the floor. Really, the only time he seems to come off the court is when he's in foul trouble. He did foul out last game. Page jogging back to his own huddle. That's a good sign to see.
A really great sign, especially when you don't have much depth. And you need as much depth as you need.
Nothing of note when the referees come over, just confirming why the stoppage was called. NCAA always taking extra precautions whenever there's a potential head injury involved.
I'm glad they do that. I mean, you see some very unfortunate things happen to athletes, whether it's football, basketball, any sport. You definitely have to take care of the body.
Page on the bench, Embo coming in, and Young to inbound. Young will be guarded by the sophomore Perkins, who just checked on. Screen from Embo, handled well by Harding. Wright driving in, turns around, hands in his face, the putback no good. Bell another chance, and he lays it in.
Second chance points, that's what they've been good at, especially in the last game, was consistently staying at the bucket, getting their offensive rebounds.
Rivers unable to answer. Lakers leading by 6. Young looking for more, and he gets it, splitting the defense.
And the Lakers are coming off hot right now. I know Coach Alexander for the Lakers is excited.
Perkins steps into a wide open 3 and could not hit. He was surprised by how much space he had. Down low for Embo. Here's DJ Wright, the veteran, driving in. Young gets the screen. Outside, Thomas left it short.
Good way to get his hands in his face. Otherwise, he probably would have been knocking down another 3.
Bird off the strong defense, bounces it off the glass and in. Caleb Bird's got an early 8-game high.
Much needed basket, slow down the Lakers. You can see the frustration right here. The pressed up defense that the Pacers are putting on the Lakers, they're not liking it.
Don't see that very often. Andre Young got across the line, stopped dribbling to argue, and then went right back to his dribble.
That fadeaway right there was nothing short of spectacular.
Wright's got 8. He matches Bird for the game high. Rivers was reached upon by Thomas. That's the 3rd team foul on the Lakers. Jonah Lawrence in for Cam Perkins. Shedla Delva for Jackson Roberts. And DJ Wright is off for the first time. We'll see a backup guard in Tahay Morgan.
If you go back to the last game where the Lakers faced off against Middle Georgia, they led the whole first half, and the only thing that was the problem was the continuous scoring from Middle Georgia to stay close in that game. So right now they're looking to try and take the lead and hold on to the lead, although they know the Pacers are going to keep clawing and fighting back.
Lawrence, bad pass, saved by the Lakers and laid in by Thomas. Everybody in the gym knew the pass was supposed to go to Bird. There was no openings, and a costly turnover leads to a 10-point lead. Rivers for 3, long. Foul called, should be over the back, and we'll see which way it goes. It is the opposite direction. Tahay Morgan called for the foul. Pacers are bailed out by the loose ball foul, but they are trailing by 10. Clayton State looking for their 2nd straight conference win. Up big early. This is increasingly familiar territory. The Pacers trailing by double digits in the first half at home. They have had to dig themselves out of some hefty holes here of late, and it's part of the reason they've dropped their last 2 home games. Lost 4 straight before that win at AU on Wednesday. Free throw discrepancy was a huge piece of that victory. Bird to McCaskill-Rivers and over to Harding. 5 on the shot clock. Down low for Delva. Another pass. Too strong by the Pacers. They can't get out of their own way.
Yeah, that just like in the women's game earlier, it comes down to the turnovers that can play a big factor in what happens in this matchup.
Clayton State does not have a turnover yet. The Pacers have 3. A drive to the basket everywhere but in. Another offensive rebound. Embo was able to grab it. Extra pass to the corner for 3. And that is good from Tahai Morgan. There was a whistle after the bucket. Believe it was a loose ball foul on Embo.
Well, the Pacers need to be careful because sooner or later it'll be all the players on the Lakers with 3-pointers.
Largest lead of the game, and now Lawrence is going to the line. Not sure if it was a foul down underneath or if it was a warning of some kind. But Embo just got his first personal for sure on the other side, and that sends Lawrence to the line, where he was 19 of 20 on Wednesday. And, of course, he starts out 0 for 1. So Eddie Page is back on. That's good to see. Embo checks off quickly. Pacers lost 7 days ago against Georgia College in large part due to struggles from the free throw line. Then they turned it all the way around at Augusta. 1 for 2 here. Makes it a 12-point game. Back in come Jackson Roberts and Cam Perkins.
Yeah, and free throws do play a big part as well, along with turnovers. But when you get to that free throw line, it's you and that free throw all by yourselves. You have to hit those. And like they capitalized last week, if they get these opportunities today, they got to hit them.
Lakers in complete control. Perkins reaching in on Young. Gets it over to Morgan. And back again in the corner. Whistle blown out of bounds. And Cam Perkins got called for a foul. They say he pushed the offensive player towards the baseline rather than him stepping out of his own accord.
And earlier you could see Young's face. He was saying, hey, they're pressing up on me. They're all in my face. They're not giving me space. And right there, the refs finally got that on Perkins.
Page down low against the freshman Roberts. Had it knocked out by Harding. Page at 6'9". Had a chance to go up against his fellow center. A foul is called away from the ball. That's called on Harding, and all of a sudden the whistles are beginning to pile up against both teams.
Yeah, it's getting a little handsy down in there. Everybody's trying to pull on each other, not get any separation. It's getting feisty.
Harding got hit with his first, team's third. The Lakers have 5 fouls. Mid-range pulled up and sent awry, and neither Perkins nor Bird can get the rebound. They just boxed each other out.
Yeah, the costly mistakes, the fouls, not being able to get the rebound, it's starting to hurt a little bit, and they need to fix that as soon as possible.
It's almost as if Aiken saw the 2-14 record of Clayton State and came out a little bit flat. Roberts gets called for a foul after what appeared to be a clean block. They'll say body contact and send Page to the line.
Yeah, as a big man, it's going to be tough. One person's going to outpower the other. But like you said, when they did look at the record, sometimes when you're a better team and you look at a smaller team's record, your mentality shifts to, I'm already better than them. And you can't have that, especially in a moment where a team just came off their first conference victory.
Clayton State is out-rebounding Aiken 13-4. Page misses the first one. He has had a nightmarish season from the line. 45% and dropping. 1 for 2. Lakers on an 8-1 run. They lead by a baker's dozen as we hit the midway point of the first. Down low for Brock Cherry, extra pass to Jackson Roberts, and he lays it in.
Smart move, pump fake him. He knew Page was going to come down with the hammer, and instead he got him for a layup.
Perkins picks the pocket, 2-on-2. Here comes Cam in transition. It's just lobbed high off the glass. There were bodies flying everywhere, and it's out of bounds. That was errant, to say the least.
Yeah, that a lot of bodies flying in the air. The big thing you need to do in these situations is go straight up. Take the contact. More times than not, the ref's going to call the foul. But when you try to do all of this up and under, it usually doesn't go your way.
Driving in Young, too strong. Roberts a good rebound. He beats Page to the ball. Cherry, the freshman, able to get it back up top for Perkins, who has supplanted Trey White as the backup ball handler. Cherry down for Rivers. McCaskill, baseline, blocked. Fighting for it, he gets it back. Denial by Bell. Rivers puts it up, gets his own miss again, and then a reach-in foul called on Clayton State. So now it's Aiken's turn to start piling up those second chances.
Yes, and I love the way Rivers is fighting down there, getting his rebounds, taking on bodies and trying to get points up for them, for his team, just like he did last week with 25 points. On Wednesday, he's trying to do that here again today.
Mamor Embo coming back in. Joey Thomas will do the same. And for the first time today, we'll see Justin Evans, the redshirt junior. Cherry, catch and shoot. Off the side of the glass. Second chance. Roberts got denied. A lot of body contact from Embo. He got away with it. That's very similar to what was called on Delva the other side. Lakers still a double-digit lead. Under 9 to go in the first. Perkins is there against DJ Wright. Wright, the veteran, steps back, and an errant three from him. Rivers driving. Contact, no. Roberts goes back up and goes to the line as a result. Couldn't quite get the and one to fall, but he will get 2 shots.
Yeah, good rebound, good way to get a call, but he could still went up stronger, kind of took him on. It was a mismatch in size. He could have got an and one there.
Thomas now joining Page as Lakers with multiple fouls. Roberts, 57% from the line this year. Cannot hit on the front end.
Also changes for Pacers, number 13, John Lawrence.
Lawrence comes in. Cherry out. It will be Harding back in, replacing Rivers, it appears. Or no, rather replacing Perkins. 0 for 2 at the line for Jackson Roberts. A wasted chance.
Got to have those. I know it's tough as a big man to make free throws. You're more used to dunking and making your layups under the paint, but when it's given to you, you got to take it.
Here's Evans. Great find of Embo. Embo then stumbled on Cherry's foot, tried to beg for a foul unsuccessfully. There's nobody there with Roberts, and then he still got blocked.
Embo threw his shoe away over there. Not sure why he did that, but you have to capitalize on the big man down at the court. And you got to get to your other big man, and he's got to finish at the rim. That was a perfect, easy way to finish on a guy who's missing a shoe right now.
Evans turns it over. We get to the media timeout. Aiken uncharacteristically sloppy against their former coach, and Vince Alexander has the Lakers up by 13. Clayton State more than holding their own against the USC Aiken Pacers. As Aiken hunts their 10th consecutive winning season, they sit right at 500. But they're down 30-17 with 7.5 to play.
Yeah, and interesting enough, the Lakers are 0-6 on the road. And right now they have a pretty commanding lead.
0-6 in true road games, 0-8 away from Morrow. Harding all the way to the basket and one. That's exactly what the doctor ordered for Aiken.
Basket one is good for Josiah Harding.
Harding just charging to the cup. Foul appears to be against JoJo Bell.
JoJo Bell, that's his first. Harding at the line for the three-point play.
Josiah tallies the N1, 3 points the old-fashioned way. It's a 10-point game once again.
Yeah, great and one right there. Knocking down the lead, making his free throws. They're hanging in there.
Pacers had missed 7 consecutive field goals prior to that two-pointer from Josiah. Wright looking to turn the corner, and he stepped out of bounds. DJ Wright, the 6th-year senior, 4 years at Division III Hampton Sydney up in Virginia. Now 2 seasons a bit closer to home. Rivers, a great find of Bird. Shot that one through the eye of the needle, and Caleb lays it home.
Yeah, great vision. Great way to get his man cutting down on the backside. Knowing the big mismatch right there.
Pacers have cut the deficit to 8. Bell looking to retaliate. Gets past Delva for 2.
Number 0, JoJo Bell.
Bell's got 6. In the hands of Harding, waiting for an option. Bird drives outside the 3, no good. And a foul called on the floor.
You can see Bird, he's talking to Harding. He was like, hey man, you gotta hit me down there. You gotta get me the ball. I'm on DJ Wright. It's a huge mismatch.
Bird liked that look. Rivers will go to the line for 1 and 1. Wright with the 8th team foul. And every player that has checked in for Clayton State, save for Justin Evans, has at least one personal. Rivers hits the front end. He's been, of late, the team's best free throw shooter. And it rolls out. Delva, though, puts it back.
Great one.
So Rivers ended a stretch of 18 consecutive made free throws, only to then get 2 points instead of the automatic 1, as Delva was there for assistance.
Yeah, 2's better than 1. Great play for Delva.
Pass was nearly picked, but it does find its way to Wright. And Wright asked for a timeout, got it right in front of the scorer's table.
We have a 30-second timeout.
30-second quick one called for by Clayton State. 32-25, Lakers still lead, but now USC Aiken has gotten their footing back underneath them again.
Yeah, and I mean, they're starting to pick up their shooting percentage. They were at 35. Now they're starting to pick it up, making the right decisions, finding the right people to get the ball to, and slowing down the Lakers offensively because they were hammering those threes like it was nothing. Good way to keep them all protected and make it go inside the paint.
Lakers have cooled down a little bit. They've missed 4 of their last 5 threes. They've begun to add that interior presence. These guards that can score from any level are the reason that Clayton State tends to stay in ball games. And because they got hot from outside early, those lanes have been there.
And that tends to happen. You hit them hard on the outside, you make them come all the way out there, and then you feed your big men with this Imbo or Page, and you let them go to work.
Young drops it inside for Tahai Morgan, who just came off the bench. Young launches it up, had 1 on the shot clock, and he could not get it. Delva with a strong rebound. Pacers with a little bit of pace. Bird well defended by Bell. Lawrence letting things develop. Pacers playing with patience, tipped out of bounds. Bell continues to smother Bird. That's been a fun matchup to watch when they're on each other.
Yeah, and Bird is letting everybody know, hey, I can help. He's leading and he's doing everything he can. Although he's not holding the ball, dribbling and commanding, he's saying, hey guys, look for me. I'm going to make it down in the paint.
Lawrence slashing in, gets the bounce. It's a 5-point game.
Man draped all over him and he finished strong. Love it.
Under 5 to go in the first half. 32-27, Aiken on a 10-2 run. Bird leading all scorers with 10. Wright and Thomas 8 apiece for Clayton State. Young driving into Delva. Pass was tipped and taken away. Jonah Lawrence in transition. Out in front of Rivers. He got launched on the way up, no call.
That was great defense, but when you come down here, you have to finish. Again, everybody loves to try and get the and one or try to get those foul calls, but you usually get them when you go up body-to-body contact.
Brock Cherry in to replace Harding. Josiah takes his seat. Foul was called on Harding, his second, and so he is likely done for the half. Puts a little bit more of the onus on Cherry. Cleared out. Extra pass. There's Bell for 3. No. Delva is trying to secure the rebound. There were 3 players on his hips, and he's still able to bring it down.
Yeah, they were waiting for him to bring it down. They were like piranhas going to work.
Approaching the final media timeout. Bird swings to Lawrence. Been a bit quiet this half. Jonah back outside. Rivers for 3. Left it long. Cherry got tangled up. A foul is called. And it goes against DJ Wright, who is shocked.
Shocked to say the least, but when you're grabbing on people's jerseys, you can clear as day see the pull from your hand in that jersey. They're going to call it 10 times out of 10.
That uniform was completely yanked back by Wright. That is Wright's second. Final 1-and-1 opportunity with 3:39 to go. Cherry no good on the front end, so not able to take advantage of Wright's personal. Brock gets it back, takes it away.
Pickpocket.
Lawrence driving in and 1.
Oh, love it from the young guys. One getting the steal, feeding it to him, and you go get the and 1. That's the way to finish at the rim.
Cherry snatched it away from Young, who leads the team and is top 3 in the conference in turnovers. And then Jonah got the personal. He was ready to take his free throw. But before that, here is the final media timeout. Pacers have come storming back. 1 possession game with 3.5 left in the first. Clayton State had a 30-17 lead, but since that 7.5-minute mark, the Pacers have been on a 12-2 run and a chance to make it 13-2 as Jonah Lawrence takes the line for one free throw. DeAndre Smart in for Delva at the media timeout. Lawrence hits that and one chance. Jonah's now got 8, and it is a 2-point game.
Yep, Coach Vanderslice, quick in-game adjustments, and you got to make sure you keep everybody on the Lakers from shooting the three, and then you can see what happens here. Lakers are clueless on what to do offensively.
Haven't scored in nearly 3 minutes now. Here's Mamour Embo. Step back three, right, a little bit off. Drought continues. Lawrence stepping into contact and got it off the glass.
Oh, yeah, the tables are turning for the Pacers right now. They're getting a little fire going up under them.
It's a 10-0 run, and both Bird and Lawrence are in double figures. Lawrence, the stellar freshman, has been one of the best young players in this conference. Wright has to re-about to Andre Young. Young for three. Can't get that one to go either, right as the shot clock was expiring. Lawrence doing it himself for the lead.
Cool him off. Get the fire extinguishers. He's hot right now.
A 19-4 run over 8 minutes. Aiken has scored the last 12, and they have their first lead of the game.
And Noah, when you adjust and when you saw that all they did was shoot threes and then you stopped them, now they're looking confused and trying to find. Nobody's open down in the paint. When they try to get their threes, it doesn't feel right. You got hands in your face, people closing out. And here it is. The lead is now in the Pacers' hands. And let's see if they can take away with it.
These are two veteran coaches, both of whom have well over 300 wins in their career. Vanderslice, 11 years at the helm of Aiken. Vince Alexander's in his 5th year at Clayton State, but he's been all over, and he had nearly 200 wins just here at USC Aiken. These are guys that know how to make those in-game adjustments. We've seen the Pacers do so out of the halftime break the last few games. Vanderslice was not waiting for halftime today. He was not happy with where they were, and they have turned it around quick.
Yeah, and that's what a veteran coach does, is turn it around quick. You wait any longer, things can get worse.
Over 4 scoreless minutes for the Lakers of Clayton State. Their first of 2 meetings with USC Aiken this season. Tahai Morgan nearly tossed it out of bounds. Bell bails him out. Embo has Smart all over him. Good find down low. Morgan driving in. Foul called. That was the last one the Pacers had to give.
I know there's a foul call, but still, everybody's getting handsy. Everybody's going after the ball. We're seeing a complete 360, 180 from what we saw earlier in this matchup to now. I mean, guys are fighting and protecting that rim at all costs.
Page in for Embo. And Smart wanted a jump ball. Instead, it will be a foul called on DeAndre. So the whistles continue to come hard and fast. And Smart will step out as the 1-and-1 opportunity is granted to Eddie Page.
You're fine with letting Page go to the line. He's not that great at his free throws, so you're okay to let something like that happen.
Delva replaced Smart. It's a 1-and-1 opportunity, but now Smart has been pulled back onto the court. The referee's not allowing the Pacers to sub there for some reason. That free throw is made. A 2-for-2 strip to the stripe for Page. And now he'll be replaced by Embo. So Eddie Page, who was shooting 45% on the season, has made his last 3 free throws. Tied at 34 with $1:40 to go in the half. Lawrence to Bird in the corner. Catch and shoot off. McCaskill Rivers with the board. Smart spinning in. And a travel is called on DeAndre Smart. Didn't get rid of the ball in time.
Substituting in is number 5, Joey Thomas.
Page right back on for Embo, and Joey Thomas in for Tahai Morgan. Now Delva comes in for DeAndre.
Yeah, we're getting under a minute 30. And now the pace is going to start picking up here. See who can come out going in the half with the lead.
Gets it to Page, who's been hand fighting with Delva. Right, drives, tried the alley-oop lob. Page went down, goes back up, and puts the Lakers in front again.
1 minute left in the half, 1 minute.
Into the final minute of this first. Lakers 4 unanswered to take the lead back. Bird had it snatched away by Bell. Young dashes in front and doubles the advantage.
Costly mistake right there. I mean, you had him. You had to get your offense going and just give a costly turnover, and they capitalize off of that.
After a 12-0 run from Aiken, it's a 6-0 run from Clayton State in the last 90 seconds. All started with a couple quick fouls on soft contact. Cherry with a hand in his face. Does not matter.
Young buck that's not afraid. I don't care how tall you are, what you got in my face. I'm going to knock it down when I have that chance.
Under 10 to go. Holding for the final shot. Young flips it to Wright. Wright connects in the final second and answers Cherry right back to send us into halftime. DJ Wright, the veteran, gets himself into double figures. He's got a team-high 11, and the Lakers lead at halftime. Not necessarily what you expected.
Right. I mean, you go from making it a tie to taking the lead, and then things start to crumble and fall apart when you had it. And then here we are, 41-37. I mean, the Lakers are staying in the fight.
Lawrence with 12, Bird with 10, Wright leading on the opposite side. And we head on into the half. Two teams going blow for blow, back and forth. We got the second half on the other side on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the USC Aiken Convocation Center. Game 2 of today's women's and men's doubleheader between the Pacers and the Clayton State Lakers here on the Peach Belt Sports Network. I'm Noah Adcock-Howarth alongside Ellison Hubbard. Clayton State entering at 2-14, got their first conference win a week ago, and after 7 days off, they're back in the ring and leading by 4, 41-37 over the Pacers.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like that with the record and them taking the lead over this Pacers team. But, I mean, it comes down to the three-point shooting and them just continue to call and fight to continue to have this lead, just picking up on the Pacers' mistakes and turnovers and costly bad plays.
Lakers out-rebounding the Pacers 20-18, and they are 6 of 15, 40% from deep. But they open up with a 2-and-1 inside. Down low for JoJo Bell, the undersized forward, and he's able to make it work amongst the bigger defenders.
And they're finishing where they left off. The biggest thing between these two teams is their second chance points. They have 10 second chance points compared to the Pacers' 3, which is helping them in this lead.
3 points the old-fashioned way for JoJo Bell. It is a 44-37 ball game. 7-point lead for Clayton State. Harding had a chance to answer. Instead, it's Jonah Lawrence. Lawrence picks up the mid-range. Out to Caleb Bird. Good closeout on the double team. Lawrence through contact.
13, Jonah Lawrence.
44-39, Pacers trying to cut into this. They have led for about 30 seconds in this entire game. It's Bell, Wright, Young, Thomas, and Page, the 5 on the court for Clayton State. They've only used 8 guys today. 3 is no good. Second chance tip. Page can't hit. McCaskill Rivers downhill, and he will go to the line. Foul called on Page, his 3rd.
Page is like, how is that even a call? But sometimes it just doesn't go your way. And a good drive for Rivers to get that foul call. On defense, they're keeping up their same pace of keeping the threes from happening, because that was the big thing that happened here in the first half for the Lakers, is knocking down threes.
Pacers had a rough first half at the line, 4 of 9 from the stripe. One game after, they went 30 of 32 in the win over Augusta. Rivers just 3 points in the first half. He's been on a roll as of late, but he leaves that one short. Now 2 of 4 at the stripe for McCaskill, and the deficit stays at 2 possessions. Double team in the corner, a great find, and it's dropped home by Eddie Page.
Yeah, they doubled up on Thomas, knowing that he was going to put up a 3 if he was given the opportunity. And what happens? A mismatch with Harding and Page. Easy layup.
Rivers goes back to save it after the tip from Joey Thomas. Harding over to Delva. Delva backs up Page and just launches it in the general direction of the cup. No good.
There's big body on big body right there. Page wasn't getting moved. Delva had to throw something up, and that was a bad shot.
Kicked outside. Thomas all alone from way out. No good.
He's practicing those in the halftime warm-ups right here. Don't let them get hot.
Lawrence spins it back to Delva. Defense is clamped down for Clayton State. Bird down low, the reverse, no good. A last-second denial by Eddie Page. Page has got 5 boards and 9 points. He'll go down low as he works against Delva. Back out, good find of Wright, and he connects. DJ Wright, who is the last of a tail end of players exhausting every single year of eligibility they could take. He is a 6th-year senior, a red shirt, and the D3 extra COVID year. He's nearly 25 years old. Thomas downhill. Dropped it back for Wright. He lays it in. Timeout called. The Lakers have extended their lead to 11. A 10-3 run to start off this second half in just 3 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, both Thomas and Wright were practicing their threes right before this second half got started, and you give up one costly open three to any of them, and you're going to feel the force that they had right there. Wright just knocking out that three, and then just the tenacious defense that the Lakers had, fighting for that ball, got it back, and just playing well team basketball right here. This is what's keeping the Lakers ahead of the Pacers. The Pacers just are slow like they were in the first half.
Turnovers have ramped up a little bit, empty possessions, and meanwhile, Clayton State just seems like they can't miss.
Yeah, and the turnovers were even coming out of the first half, 5 for 5, but again, the Pacers with the slow start, and then you're not able to come together as a team, and you're causing the turnovers, and Lakers just capitalizing off of that. That's what's going to help them if they want to win this game.
Clayton State has been a solid shooting team all season long. Their defense has improved as the year has progressed, but they have still, at least by way of statistics, been in the lower portions of Division II in opposing field goal percentage, points per game, etc.
Yeah,
they've held the Pacers in check.
This team doesn't look like a 2-14 team right now. They're looking like a team that's a winning team.
Led by DJ Wright, who's got 16. Wright had been ice cold from deep his last 3 games. Tonight, he's 4 of 6. Lawrence, the triple. And he connects. A big answer from Jonah Lawrence. Lawrence has 17. Bell, the floater. And he was unopposed. Defense has been suspect for Aiken today.
It has. It's too open right there.
Just a departure from the identity that has existed for so long there, Mark Vanderslice. Lawrence to Delva, pass was telegraphed, and a foul is called. Delva grabbed a hold of Thomas, who was about to get a full head of steam.
He sure was. He was great coming in there. It was like a DB getting the interception on that pass, and he was going to take off for a fast break, but Delva, whether he intended to or not, it was a smart play to stop that.
Pacers have won 8 of their last 9 against Clayton State, but the one loss was a mammoth upset 2 years ago. The Pacers were nationally ranked. The Lakers finished 7-21 that year, but Vince Alexander knows how to win in this gym, and he has done that a couple times. Tipped about Bell, another offensive rebound. The Pacers getting sloppy. Open 3 in the corner, and it is hit by Young.
Young, Thomas, Wright, stop them. Stop one of them, because they're going to knock these threes down if you let them.
Clayton State continuing to win the rebound margin. They get out-rebounded by an average of 11 per game, and they are winning it here. Delva rolls it in on the second chance.
Page looked at the ref like, come on, man, he's all over me, but that was a great play by Delva. Not giving up, fighting to get that putback in there.
6 points and 4 rebounds for Shedlet Delva. But at some point, Pacers need a stop. Down low for Page. He spins through and makes it look far too easy.
And they're about the same height, but it's just he's got that length and he's got that fight in him.
And Lawrence turns it over again. Lawrence with his 4th turnover of the game. The Pacers have put the screws to the freshman.
Uh-oh.
And Jonah gets tangled up with Andre Young. It's a Clayton State team that has been in school for a lot of time. They do not have a single true freshman on the roster, and they are using that experience to their advantage. At the media timeout, it is a 13-point lead for the Lakers. Clayton State a 13-point lead, the largest they've had today. Cherry and Perkins in for Harding and Lawrence. USC Aiken has had a down year across the board, and this would be a tough one to swallow if they can't figure out a way to come back.
Yeah, and they put Perkins in there. He's played tight, tremendous defense, and that's what they want right here, to slow him down, especially from shooting these three-pointers, which kind of put them back up 7.
Mid-range, no good. And the rebound is there for Bird as Young pushed it up towards the cup. Caleb Bird rolls home the 2.
And they need Bird to continue to do what he's been doing in the first half, and that's scoring and putting buckets up on the board.
First points of the half for the senior. Cam Perkins called for the foul. Just a shoulder lowered by Young. Perkins lowered his as well, and the defender is always going to get called for that. Aiken's been saddled with 4 of the 5 fouls in this half.
You love his intensity. Perkins, just, all over Young, but you can't be all on him like that.
A late whistle from behind the play. 0 body control from Young, but he knew who to target, and he will earn some shots as a result, it appears. 3rd on Perkins. They're going right after the sophomore. It's 5 fouls in over 5 minutes. Young does not get the bounce on the front end. Andre Young, 3 of 12 from the field today, 1 of 6 from deep. He has managed to tally himself 7, make it 8. Team leader in scoring has been one of the few that has been inefficient for the Lakers. Lead back up to 12. Very few empty possessions for Clayton State. Perkins into McCaskill. Rivers. He elevates, drops in the 2.
Good shot right there by Rivers. To pull up on the big man, he creates your space. That was a great one.
Young working against Cam Perkins. Young has been consistently winning that battle today. Shutters in, drops it home. He just continues to beat Cam Perkins one-on-one.
Yep, just like you mentioned it. Quick stop and goes. Have Perkins sliding all on the court with an answer.
Cherry, no for 3. Delva tipped the rebound away from his own teammate. Bird had it right there. Laying in, no good. Caleb Bird has the rebound. Rivers, downhill, drops it in. Got to step on Page, who's being careful with 3 fouls.
Yeah, and that's smart. You put the big man on a P4, and it's going to switch up on him every time when he's that athletic.
Rivers locks up Young. Now it's Bell against Perkins. Thomas skips it into the bench. He had 2 open players, shot it right between them. Embo and Morgan in for the Lakers. Lawrence coming in for USC Aiken. He is not alone. It will be Trey White for the first time today. White did not hear his name called against Augusta. It was the first game he hasn't played. Rivers turns around, automatic. Starting to lean on McCaskill. He's made his last 3.
Right. Doing what he did back against Augusta University. High of 25, leading the team. They got him, have him start here today.
Starting to settle in. Skip pass out to Bell. Inside, Embo. Right back out. Thomas tosses it up, and there was Trey White. High points it. 3, Rivers short. McCaskill tries to save it, can't do so. Might have rushed the 3 just a tad.
We have a full media timeout.
Back to the media timeout. Clayton State nearly 2 minutes scoreless, and that has allowed the Pacers to bring themselves within 8. Referee is working to confirm the free throws taken and made by Andre Young down on the line. He made one, missed one. So they are confirming the score and the book are all properly executed. It is 61-53 with 11:35 to go. Lakers have led for nearly the entire afternoon, looking to snag their second straight W and send the Pacers sliding back below 500. Thomas went up to his tiptoes but kept the foot down. Off the screen, here comes Young. Andre Young accelerates in, extra pass, well found for JoJo Bell.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. The Lakers are finding every opportunity they can, whether it's in the paint or out in the perimeter for three. They're finding their opportunities, and they're making them.
52% from the field. Seemingly unable to miss as of late. Lawrence had to pick the dribble back up. White, who opened the year as a starting point guard, gets it to McCaskill Rivers. Shoves it in and one. McCaskill Rivers will not be denied.
Bird and Rivers especially dominating for the Pacers right now, both with 12 points. That was a great battle down below, and Rivers getting and one.
Rivers and Bird 12, Lawrence 17. Clayton State led by Wright with 16, but Bell, Young, and Page all have 10 plus as well. McCaskill 2 of 4 at the line today, looking to cut into this 8-point lead that the Lakers possess. He will. 56-63. There's Tahay Morgan. He just came off the bench. He's the one that got called for the foul against Rivers. Young goes in, kicks to the corner. Good closeout from White. The transfer from Catawba. Inside, Embo, too strong. Rivers, 2-on-2. Step through, can't get the bounce. Very nearly had another and one. Thomas gets called for his third.
Yeah, he was so close to getting that and one. You got to feed it to the hot hand. He's hitting everything, inside and out.
Third personal, team third. 2 shots for Rivers. So Thomas and Page now both playing with 3. Perkins the only one with 3 for Aiken. And Rivers continues to hit just about everything in sight. Page in for Embo. Wright coming in as well. He will take off Thomas. Rivers automatic. He continues to score, got 15. 9-2 run for Aiken to cut it to 5. It's been a game of momentum swings. Right now, the pendulum moving back to the Pacers. Andre Young and DJ Wright have led the charge for the Lakers. Off the screen, Young the triple. He just cannot miss.
Good job waiting for the screen, waiting for his moment in time. And boom, hit a 3.
Lawrence answers on the other end. Jonah's up to 20.
What do? You answer right back with another 3. Lawrence has been answering back most of this game with the team's high in 20 points right now.
Brilliant play by Andre Young as the redshirt junior lowered his shoulder, knocked White off his spot, and drew the foul. 2 shots coming. And now Eddie Page had to be pulled away from McCaskill Rivers. He was being yanked away by his own team. Rivers was walking away, and then Page tried to come back to him. First personal on White, 6 team foul, so the Lakers are shooting the rest of the way. Young gets the friendly bounce on the front end. Andre Young has been around for a while. This is his 4th school in 4 years. He went from Troy to Gulf Coast State Junior College, then to Division I Rider last year, and now here to Clayton State. Averaging 17 points per game. He's got 14 here, make it 15.
And he's found his home here with Coach Alexander, and he's been doing his part to help his team in that last victory and first conference win.
Reach-in foul called on Young. That's his second.
Foul is on number 4, Andre Young. That's his second. It's the team's fourth.
Everybody on the court for Clayton State is in double figures except for Morgan. Pacers have 3 in double figures, along with Delva and White. 68-61. Lawrence lost his dribble. Ball still up for grabs. It got kicked. And that is where the whistle will lie.
Everybody from the Lakers and Pacers diving for that ball, trying to get it back. To tell how intense this game is, although it's a 7-point lead for the Lakers.
9:06 to go. 68-61 is the score. The refs are going to talk about this. It was Clayton State's JoJo Bell that kicked the basketball. And they were just trying to figure out exactly where to put Caleb Bird for the toss. White will run point. Both defenses longing for stops in this second half. Rivers thought about it, instead pulls up, a rare miss for him. Good defense from Page. Out and running, put back, jammed home by Page. Nobody put a body on him.
Yeah, it's tough to do that when all your team is back there and you have 3-on-1 in the fast break. What a dunk by Page.
Lead is back up to 9. Lawrence about faces. And punched out by Bell.
Like you said, that pendulum is moving. It was all the way right for the Lakers, and it started to tick back left to the Pacers, and now it seems like it's going all the way right for the Lakers again.
They survived the Pacers run that brought Aiken within 5. And they've pushed themselves back the other way. Shot clock's at 4. Rivers has to put something up, and he got hit. He will go to the line.
And Page is trying everything in his power not to get fouls because they need him.
That's 4 for Page. And it sends Rivers back to the line where he is 5 of 7. 5 of McCaskill's 15 have come there. The Pacers have gone a bit cold from deep. Rivers, chief among them, is 0 for 4. Looking to end a 90-second scoreless streak that has allowed the Lakers to build the lead up to 9. Rivers will get on the board. 8:12 to go in the first of 2 meetings between Aiken and Clayton. Clayton State's senior day on February 28th will be against these Pacers. And then the conference tournament. Both these teams right now towards the bottom. Clayton State on the outside looking in. Aiken would be the 8th and final seed. McCaskill 2 for 2, and Embo is in for Page. You knew that was coming.
Yeah. And if anything, you're going to put him back in when it's the later part of this game. But for now, you still need him. He's a big part with 8 minutes left.
Lamore Embo, 6'9", 215 down low. A good spatial presence. He does not put up a ton of points, but he can facilitate well, and his screen game has been a big piece for Vince Alexander's squad. Young taking his time. Accelerates in, got blocked first by Rivers, then by Delva. McCaskill fumbles outside. White for 3. No. Wide open. Nobody in the same zip code, and Trey White could not take advantage.
Yeah, this team right here is straight ferocious. They are all coming for that ball. Wherever they are on the court, they are coming for that ball, and this is why they have the lead.
That would have been a huge moment for White, who hasn't scored in his last 4 games. DJ Wright unable to hit on the opposite side. Lawrence speeding downhill. He drives in and draws the foul on Embo. That is the team 6, but it's also in the act of shooting, which means Jonah should be going to the line on the other side of the media timeout. 7:12 to play, 70-63. Clayton State looking to pull off the upset on enemy territory. Lawrence at the line for two. Embo with his second foul. 6 fouls aside, so we will have nothing but free throws for the final 7 minutes and change. Again, you're watching on the Peach Belt Sports Network. Noah Adcock with Ellison Hubbard with you. Next broadcast will be the doubleheader Wednesday as Georgia Southwestern comes to town. GSW plays tonight at home against Columbus State. Lawrence hits the first one. It's a 2-possession game once again. The Lakers will head back home, start a 3-game homestand with Flagler coming to town on Wednesday. Flagler currently trailing against Georgia College. Thomas, go ahead.
Well, the Pacers are hitting over 60% right now on their free throws, so they're trying to keep it as close as possible, possibly taking the lead. They're down 5, so as long as they continue to hit their free throws as they're getting at the line, it's a big help.
Tale of two halves, 4 of 9 from the stripe in the first, 8 of 9 in the second for Aiken. Clayton State fewer chances, but higher overall success, 7 of 9 in totality. Joey Thomas came off the bench replacing Embo, so there is no center on the court at the moment. They are going to go small ball for the Lakers. All guard lineup led by Young. Open, Bell drives, blocked by Rivers.
Great play. And depending on how good your team is and the 5 players on the court, it can help you in a good way or a bad way. This team, though, is a shooting team, so going with all small ball, they're going to have big man Delva trying to protect the perimeter.
There's only 13 players on the roster. We talked about it in the open. 4 of them have not appeared since December 13th. And we just got a warning, said blue bench, I believe, which means it's against Clayton State and Vince Alexander.
Yeah, Coach Alexander's been barking at the refs. I think he was mad at the call that wasn't given to Bell when he was going up for his layup. So
Vince Alexander's been a college coach for over 30 years. He knows how to get right up to that line without crossing it. Charging in, extra pass, flipped up, and right as the clock expires, the Lakers get on the board.
And so far, that small ball proved to work just there. Oh, wow.
And then a big rejection by Young on the other side.
Young is stepping up mightily right here. 17 points. What a block. Oh, man.
Inside, Rivers with nobody there to oppose him. McCaskill, Rivers has 19.
And wide open, Thomas. Ooh.
Delva getting hacked, and so he will go to the line for 1 and 1. That's not a shot you want to let Thomas take very often. Rivers had just 3 points in the first half. He's got 16 in the second of the team's 30. And now Delva, who's been sporadic at the line this season, will get a chance on the 1-1. And it feels imperative for him to at least hit the front end. You want to give yourself a chance at 2 if you can.
Right.
Still no Embo or Page on the court for Clayton State. Delva got the front end. 4-point game, that's the closest it's been since the half. The 6'8" senior out of Haiti. Left it short. Lawrence got the rebound, tossed it back up. Can't get the bounce, but he's got 2 more free throws.
It's not every day you grab the rebound and just shoot it right back up with 3 bodies in your face, but hey, he's at the line for a chance for 2.
Did not feel comfortable with the capability to bring it back down, and with the smothering defense of the Lakers, you don't blame him, but there were enough hands in the vicinity, he drew the contact. Lawrence gets the friendly roll off the front end. Jonah is up to 23 points. Ties the career high he set 4 days ago against Augusta. Morgan out, Page in. You knew it was only a matter of time.
If I'm the Pacers, I'm going right at Page, and I'm trying to get a foul and get him out of there.
A bit earlier, perhaps, than Vince Alexander wanted to have to bring him back in. Lawrence hits them both. A new career high for the freshman out of Charlotte. And it is a 2-point game. Pacers on a 9-2 run. Page, the give and go, down low, shuttled outside. And called a turnover. Bell stepped out of bounds.
2-point game like this with under 6 minutes to go, can't have that, especially when your offense has been rolled.
8th turnover of the game, first for Bell. Pacers can tie or take the lead. Lawrence didn't mean to pick up the dribble. Bailed out by Trey White. Waiting for something. Rivers, the mid-range, nothing but net. We're tied at 72.
Rivers, he's on fire.
This is why Mark Vanderslice went in the portal and pulled this kid out of Milligan. Few can score better. Thomas drives and kicks. Wright pulls up. No good. Rivers got the board because who else? Pacers want to lead, and they will slow it down for McCaskill. A wild ball game here at the Convocation Center.
When the Pacers thought all things were gone, the fans were quiet, nobody believed. Here it is, a tie game.
Lawrence just chucked it up. Delva got the board. Bird for the lead.
And when it was decimals were low, now it's high. The atmosphere is alive. Under 4:30 to go in this game. The lead Pacers. Oh, man.
And leave it to Caleb Bird to not just take the lead as the 2 is missed. He also found the only Clayton State voice in the crowd and immediately singled him out. Lawrence.
Oh!
Yes!
Oh, you gotta love it.
A 13-0 run, and the Pacers lead by 6. Lawrence has 27, Rivers has 21, and Bird's got 15 in the lead as we hit the media timeout. The Pacers have scored the last 13. They are on a 17-4 run overall and have silenced the Lakers of Clayton State. Still a long way to go, but all of a sudden Aiken playing with more confidence than they have all day.
Yeah, and it's been a slow comeback, but it's officially here where now the Pacers are taking a mighty lead, 6-point lead. That's the biggest lead they've had all game. And with 4 minutes, let's see if they can hold them off.
Jonah Lawrence leading everybody with 27. DJ Wright against the freshman, 5 years his junior. He kicks out to Bell. Back up top. Young taking his time. Off the screen, the three. Could not get it everywhere but in. Lakers have missed 7 of their last 8 shots and 4 of their last 6 triples. It's in the hands of Rivers. Now Shedlett Delva. Lawrence off the screen, scoops it in.
He's on fire. He's not stopping. 3s, 2s. What can he do? Steals.
White back up top for Bird. It was poked out of bounds by Clayton State. 15 unanswered for USC Aiken.
Last game it was Rivers. This game it's Lawrence. Man.
Complementary basketball, offense and defense working off of each other. Mark Vanderslice bouncing up and down, calling out the plays to Trey White, who's been conducting this show. Lawrence for 3. Little bit short, going over top of Wright.
Crowd would have exploded if he would have hit that one.
JoJo Bell now 1 rebound away from a double-double. Thomas up top, into the corner. It's Wright, shot clock down to 10. Got the screen from Page. Into Delva, Lawrence helps out, off the rim, and the dry spell continues. Over 4 scoreless minutes for Clayton State.
Starting to see the confidence come off of the Pacers right now. Every player starting to feel it. They are starting to heat up. It's starting to get a little warm in this building from the Pacers.
White burrows his way in, moves back out to Bird. Clock continues to drip. Caleb Bird, extra pass.
Bring the house down, big man.
A thunderous dunk and a new career high for Shedlett Delva. 17-0 run in less than 5 minutes. Young desperately needs it and hits the triple. Timeout called by the Lakers. Perhaps too little, too late.
Man, I mean that right there, that woke up something within this building. If Lawrence didn't do it, Delva definitely did it.
Delva reached all the way back and tried to rip the iron off its hinges. No one was going to deny him there. Delva had put up 8 twice already this year. Began as a low rotation player in his freshman season. He's worked year by year, stayed all 4 seasons under Mark Vanderslice's tutelage. And as a senior, not only has he picked up a starting role, but you've seen how integral a piece he's been.
Yes, and I mean, it comes from not just the offense starting to pick up and make their plays, make their shots, but it comes from the defense, who's been stout, holding the Lakers from scoring threes, getting in the paint. Page has been quiet. It has been a complete turnaround in these last 5 minutes of this game.
Mark Vanderslice was praying that his team would keep the faith. He knew a run was possible, although I'm not sure even he saw a run like this coming.
Right. Sometimes you think it may be too little too late, but it's never too little too late. Anybody can start scoring, especially when you start to play bad ball.
Pacers got hot, the defense locked in, the Lakers were left listless. And it has led to the 7-point lead. 97 seconds away from a huge comeback victory. Pacers are in the bonus, so are the Lakers. White going to take his time. You wonder how long the Lakers have to work with before they can commit the foul. Rivers gets the screen, puts it up, and gets it in. McCaskill Rivers, are you kidding me?
It was effortless.
A smooth 23 from McCaskill. Young waltzing in. Bell pulls up, no good. Under a minute remaining. The Lakers have dropped back. If they're not going to foul here, you have to figure it's conceded. The twist. Trey White for two.
The spinneroo to the layup. Oh, man.
Brilliance from White. Tip in good for Page, makes it 77 to 86. Half a second between shot and game clock. Young was trying to foul intentionally. They wouldn't give the call. And now Wright gets it, but 7 seconds came off the clock.
I mean, there's just, I don't know how deflating this could be for the Lakers. I mean, you are pretty much in control for both quarters, both halves, and it just goes away from you.
Bird's at the line for 1 and 1. He hits on the front end. Caleb Bird, 16, has kind of been lost and gone under the radar, but he has poured in pivotal points, including the game-tying triple a few minutes ago. Add one more to his tally. Young lofts the three, left it a little short. Rivers has the rebound, and he will be fouled by a frustrated JoJo Bell. The Pacers making it all academic at this point. 11-point lead with 15 seconds.
They have Bird has to cool off Lawrence. You know, young Lawrence getting picked on all game, getting bullied, and he's the one with the last laugh, 29 points. I mean, man.
Rivers hits the first end. Pacers 14 of 16 from the line in this second half. And Lawrence continues to be pulled away from Andre Young. That was the connection that was leading to the animosity. And now Young's day is over as he's replaced by Tahay Morgan. Rivers nets the next one, ties his career or season high with 25. Back-to-back games at 25. Morgan from the line hits. Clock stops at 6.8. And the Pacers can just let the clock drop off. USCA down 13 with 14 to go. Use a 17-0 run to take an 11-point W.
Man, no, I mean, like I said earlier, it was deflating. You're up, you take the lead, you're knocking down threes, you're up as much as double-digit points. The Pacers pull back, come back, take a lead, go into half, losing again. Then you have the Lakers come out in the second half, and they're dominating, taking over. It seems like all is lost, no faith in the team. But this Pacers team did not stop fighting. They did not quit. And what they did to stop the Lakers from scoring, it shows the strength and it shows the stamina this team has to take the victory here tonight.
Lakers just ran out of gas, but they did have 4 in double figures. Another 20 points from Andre Young, who got hot in the second half. USC Aiken outscores Clayton State 53-38 in the second, led by career highs. Lawrence had 29, Rivers had 25. Delva poured in a career-high 9, and Bird an easy 17 to go with it. Yeah. The offense just never lost that faith.
Mm-hmm. If they, coming out slow, it's one thing, but coming out slow both halves is another, and that's something that needs to be fixed as they get ready for their next game. And once they get that all under wraps, I mean, this team, we seen the best and the awesomeness from this team as they have two-game win streak going right now.
Doesn't get any easier on Wednesday. Georgia Southwestern, who's 11-5 on the year, comes to town, although they've been a bit hit or miss in conference play. Clayton State heads back home. They've got Flagler coming north tomorrow on Wednesday evening. We'll be seeing you on Wednesday afternoon. These two teams will see each other at the end of February. And for now, we bid you good night. For my partner, Ellison Hubbard, and our entire crew here at the Convocation Center, I've been Noah Adcock Howarth. Pacers sweep the doubleheader in emphatic fashion.